Hey there friends, Nibs again, out in the garage. It's really kind of a wash for tonight outside. It's raining on and off, but the wind is really howling. It's probably 25, 30 mile an hour, almost continuous. So, but I want to get out in the garage and do a little goofing around. I'm playing around with working on a couple of air rifles out here, but I wanted to try something different for you guys. I'm not just a one-hit wonder with just guns, but one of my other fascinations is with tools, and I thought you guys would really appreciate seeing some of the cool, interesting, unusual tools that I've found that really make life, you know, a lot easier and a lot more interesting. If you guys know me at all, I live in upstate New York and drive my truck all winter long, and they salt the darn roads like crazy up here, and it's not good for vehicle maintenance at all. So if you have a vehicle, my truck's over 10 years old now, but it's still running strong. Just you got to keep the wear items up to speed on it, and it will keep going for you. But if you ever tried to fix something that's getting up there in years and been running salt, getting all rusty, them bolts are not gonna move at all. And for years I've got acetylene torches, and I've still got them, and I use them quite a bit, but around certain things it can be dangerous, or or at least damaging, to plastic parts, too close to gas tanks, and that sort of thing. And what I've found here, and let me bring you down here to the bench top. Now they have these kits. I got this one on eBay. It was less than $200. And what we have here is they're calling it a flameless heating system, but they're also known as an inductive heater. And these are, I was a little bit skeptical, really was, but I needed to do some exhaust work on my truck, and I really wanted to try to salvage the pieces that weren't rotted out, but I knew the bolts weren't going to come out, and some of those were right up against the floor, and I didn't want to burn the rug and the padding underneath, on inside the truck with my torches trying to get those bolts loose. So I went ahead and bought this kit, and I'll tell you what, I am very pleasantly surprised on how well it actually works. So it comes with your instructions. So this will only work on ferrous metals, steel and iron. Anything that won't be attracted by a magnet will not work with this kit. So if you do have some aluminum parts you need to heat up to try to loosen bolts up, you're going to have to go back to a torch or whatever. But so what it comes with, this is the main handle here. They call it a mini ductor. If you search for mini inductor or mini ductor, there's a few different places that sell it. This one, it was made in China, but so far I've used it for quite a few different repairs on my truck. Most recently I had a brake line actually go out, and those brake lines were rusted solid on both ends, and I was able to so it comes with a bunch of pre-made loops that you can just put in there and go around different size fasteners. But it also does come with this just free-form loop, and I was able to take that and actually form a loop around the the actual fitting on the brake line, and it's that focused of a heat that I was right around where the fitting was, hit it a couple times, 20 seconds on, 20 seconds off, 20 seconds on, and just heat it, cool it. And I actually tried to loosen them beforehand, and they were not moving at all. And the one going into the hose that goes down to the caliper, after I did that about 3 heat and cool cycles, it came out of there like the fitting was buttered. So I am definitely sold. So what you do, you take your loop. This is the one I used on my exhaust, and it's still, they do sell more kits of these loops online. I guess they do eventually. The coating can get wore and brittle and crack. But you, there's 2 holes on the end here, and these thumb screws, and you line up your fitting in there, and then you tighten up these thumb screws. Now it does say to not activate the unit while it's not around a piece of metal. I guess it'll actually get too much current going through the inductive loop there, but I don't have it plugged in yet. Here's your on-off button, and it does have a little LED to kind of light up what you're doing too. So I'm just going to demonstrate how quickly it'll work, and let me see here. Let me get you. I'm gonna pause it and bring you around over to this side where this little piece of metal is. It's just a cotter pin, but it's a pretty decent sized cotter pin. Okay, so here we go. Here's the cotter pin here, nice and cold. I can touch it with my hand. I did test it before I started the video up, but it is room temperature right now. And so we'll go ahead and I'll just, I think you'll be able to see, it's a good angle right there. So I'm just gonna go ahead and push the button here. And it's got a little fan that runs in there, and you'll hear that running, but you can almost instantly see a little bit of smoke coming off that guy. And if you can see, yeah, you can see that in the camera. Didn't even take 10 seconds and it was already red hot. So there you go, see that? Now if that was a rusty bowl, I would I don't know if I would heat it up quite that much, but you can heat it, let it cool down a little bit, heat it again a little bit more, let it cool down a little bit, and that's what's going to break up that rust. You don't want to get it flaming cherry red hot, because that's just going to damage stuff, pieces around it and everything. But if you have a nut that's stuck or a bolt that's stuck, and you just do this, and the bigger the bolt, the longer it'll take. And it does say to not run it for more than a minute at a time, and then let it cool down for a couple of minutes. So if you're working on a bigger bolt, it may take, you know, several minutes to actually get this, get the process done. But once you do that 3 or 4 times, if you can't get that bolt out after that, there's definitely something wrong, because this will even, heating it up like this, even if it's in place with thread locker, this will melt down thread locker. Thread locker breaks down at like 600, 700 degrees, and it's designed for that specific function, so that, you know, when it does need to be taken down, you can heat the fastener and get it to come loose. So, but anyway, there we go. I'll go ahead and I'll pause this, and I'll bring you guys back around over to the other side and finish her up. All right, so there you go. There's the inductive heating tool, mini inductor. Great little tool. I haven't looked, I bought this about a year ago now, so I haven't looked to see what they're actually running nowadays. But when I bought this, it was just under $200, including shipping to me. So, for the amount of, you know, busted knuckles and broken bolts and stuff like that, that this thing can save your bacon, so to speak, it's worth every penny. Comes in this really nice case. I mean, I was really kind of surprised how nice this case is all fitted for all the, to keep it nice and safe and keep it from getting busted up. It's like the nice little aluminum boxes you can get at Harbor Freight. I'm not sure if they even sell something like this at Harbor Freight, but I know I've seen them. They're all over eBay, and they range from like I said, just under $200, and then there's a couple of supposedly like American brands that are more expensive. I actually think Snap-on has one that's in the thousands of dollars, but it gets the job done. I mean, it really does. I hope you guys really enjoyed the video. Check this thing out. If you live in a state where they salt the roads and service your own vehicle, this thing will be an invaluable tool for getting rusted old fasteners off, and working on old tractors or whatever it is you're working on. You don't have to worry nearly as much about being near fuel or oil or whatever. Although this thing will get a piece of metal so hot that it will catch stuff on fire, so you got to be careful, but it's definitely a lot safer than torches. So anyway, let me know if you guys like this little bit different content than my normal stuff, and I hope you liked it. If you did, like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell and you'll be notified when I do post up new stuff. I do have a few other kind of oddball tools that I have picked up along the way that I think you guys might enjoy as well, but we'll see how people receive this one, and we'll see where we go from there. But anyway, hope you enjoyed it. Have a great day.